The electronics industry entered 2019 overshadowed by headlines of falling consumption in the electronics market. But Gartner's data on the electronics industry suggests a brighter picture. Find out more in this month's Market Minute. The electronics industry entered 2019 with some very difficult headlines in the news, one of which was weakening sales of iPhones in China. And this in general sent much of the electronics industry down during the last quarter of 2018. In fact, the Dow Jones Index saw a 10% drop during the fourth quarter, and it was led by Apple, which fell by 1/3 in its share price during the months of November through the beginning of January. When we put all of this together, many people would be very pessimistic about the industry. However, when we look at our business data and we look at over $660 billion of electronics manufacturing sales over the last 12 months and look at their projections into 2019, we see that actual revenue projections based on Wall Street estimates for 2019 are somewhere around 3.5%. And so that's slightly better than the overall growth of the economy as projected for 2019. When we look at Gartner's proprietary business index data and we line it up with Wall Street's projections, we see a slightly more optimistic picture. And one of the reasons why we say that is because when we look at the employment measure within the Gartner Business Index, what we see is a still above average hiring demand. And we believe that this is indicative of the long-term outlook that leaders have for the industry, because we believe that employment in itself is a long-term investment, and that firms with a weak 2019 outlook would not be continuing to strongly hire in this environment if they felt otherwise. Lastly, when we look at our Gartner Business Index data, by size, we see the company size makes a difference in how you're experiencing economic conditions at present. We're seeing that smaller firms are experiencing much more challenging economic conditions than those firms that are considered large or even very large. Those larger firms are reporting that economic conditions are actually quite a bit better than the smaller firms. We thank you for your time this month as we covered the electronics industry. With Gartner Intelligence, I'm Michael Gukas, Chief Economist.